everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Vanessa and this is the Craftessa. For today's DIY, we're going to do the sweater pumpkin. You're going to need 2 of the Dollartree pumpkin wreath forms. You're going to need some zip ties, an old sweater or anything that you might be able to pick up at a thrift store or at a Goodwill, some of the wooden blocks from Dollar Tree, and maybe a wood plank, but we'll see how that goes once we move along. Okay, so we're going to take the Dollar Tree pumpkin forms. Let's cut the tags off. So what we're going to do is that we're going to place them together as best as possible. Sometimes these are not the same size. As you can see, the stems here don't match, but that's okay because we're eventually going to cover that. So we're gonna get our twist ties and we're going to hold them together. Now, the first thing we're going to do is try and get this as close to match as possible, to align as possible. And let's put the zip ties. Now don't put the zip ties that tight yet because we're going to have to do a little pulling. One of the wood planks from the Dollar Tree. I want to see if that works better than the blocks for the middle of the pumpkin. I think I'm going to use the wood plank in the middle. And these wood planks, sometimes they buckle in the middle, so I'm going to have to put it this way. Is hot glued to the center of the 2 pumpkins. Now we're going to actually tighten up the zip ties. So now we're going to take the sweater and we're going to cut right below the sleeves. going to glue the top first. This way we can pull down and glue underneath. This way I can make a pattern up on the top and we don't run out of fabric. Is done, we're going to build the stem, and I'm going to take just a brown paper bag and I'm going to cut it, and we're going to mold the stem. Strips. Doesn't matter if they're the same size or not, because we're going to mold them together in order to try and form a stem for the pumpkin. So in order for the paper bag to be a little bit more malleable, so we can move it around more, I'm just going to get some water and I'm just going to give them a little coating. So I'm going to take 3, just going to start twisting them. Just to give it a shape. So with this, you're just going to be playing around until you form a shape that looks like a pumpkin stem. So now that we formed the stem with the paper bag, now I'm going to take masking tape and just wrap the stem, all of it, with the masking tape. This way it will be reinforced and the paper bag won't come undone. And it'll actually give it a nicer, more sturdier shape. built the stem and I wrapped it with a masking tape to give it the shape. Now we're going to wrap it with the nautical rope from the Dollar Tree. I already opened this up. So we're gonna start by gluing it, and I'm gonna start at the back. So I took some of these Dollar Tree flowers, the Gerber daisies and the mums, and I already added a little bit of glitter to the center of each of the flowers, and that's how I'm going to decorate the pumpkin. I'm gonna keep it pretty plain and simple. I'm not gonna add any ribbons to it because I just want a very nice, simple, chic look. So let's start adding these flowers.